something that has no doubt changed my life. You know, it's a massive statement to make, but it really, really has. And I never thought in a million years, if you had said to me about 3 years ago, you will become a full-time Forex trader, I would have said, are you crazy? No way. You know, I have no interest whatsoever. Well, I had no interest in anything to do with Forex or economics or IT. But guys, what we have today is absolutely phenomenal. The tools, the software, the platform that has allowed us to make money from our phones is just incredible. Yes, I can see people are getting quite excited because they're hearing the cha-chings. So I'm going to go straight into it, guys, and let me get my screen shared. And just so you know, for those of you that have any questions, you know, and I've done a number of these calls, so I don't want to really keep going back to the basics. If you're on here for the first time and you've never ever used Vibrator before, you've never seen the EC11 before, you may want to ask on the group to see if anyone can send you a previously recorded training, maybe, possibly, and then take it from there. But please, you know, any messages you have, you can send it to the panelists as well as attendees. At least that way we know that it's not sort of being repeated over and over again. And yes, I will go through yesterday's trade, which is still open, those of you that took it with me at lunchtime, and I'm going to discuss that as well. So without further ado, let's get our screen share on here and let's crack on and have a look at what's going on in the market. We had a couple of cha-chings. So let's have a look. Euro AUD, that's telling us to go into a buy on a 15-minute time frame. I have unticked M5 because I prefer to look at the 15-minute. There's been a crossover over there. Okay, red is above the blue, in which case it's telling us to buy, and it's a buy trade as well. However, this is currently where the price is, and we can see it's a red candle. Okay, so I'm just going to mark up on my screen for the sake of knowing where actually the price has been called at. And we can see at the top, okay, called at 1.63081. So let me just mark it up on here. 63081, it would be round about over there. Okay, exactly there. So, you know, we can see obviously there's a cloud here. Okay, the price is not in the cloud, it's outside of the cloud now, so it's absolutely fine. And once you kind of wait for the price to go above that called at price and you see it going in the right direction, it's good to take. Now, there's a couple of other things I'm going to add in on this call, and you know, it's good to always consistently be updating yourself with, you know, and improving yourself with what you can carry on doing and what new you need to do, etc. And so what actually, when people were talking about, do you look at any other lower time frames? I've never looked at lower time frames to go in on this. But if you want to become more accurate, which is always a great idea to always become more accurate, you just go to the 5 minutes over here and you look at 2 time frames lower. You go to the 5 minutes and you check at the 5 minutes. Is it a green bar? Is it going up? And then you can just go down one more time frame and check at the 1 minute as well. Obviously, this one is not ready as yet, so I'm just going to go back to where we were. Now, just very quickly, talking about yesterday's trade, we went into AUD USD, I believe it was. Okay, yes, it was. And that is actually still in a drawdown. It actually went up by about 6 pips. Okay, in which case what we could have done, just like I advised yesterday on the call as well, is once your profit, once your price is actually in profit by, you know, 5, 6, 7 pips, you can very well enter the stop loss there at that point. You know, at least 5 pips into profit, you can enter your stop loss. So therefore, if it turns against you, you've still bagged pips. Now, on a 5 minute chart, Dr. Kathy Kirkland would take normally 3 pips on that. So even on a 15 minute or above, if you're bagging 5 pips and you're able to take multiple trades, hey, it's still great. So this is where you can actually enter your stop loss once it's gone in a certain amount of pips. So it did at one point do that. However, I didn't put in my stop loss there. I just continued to let it go. Now, currently, guys, you know, I know there's maybe a bit of a panic and, oh my God, it's been running all night. What's going on? Patience. That is just one thing I'm going to say. Patience. I've had trades that have been running for 2 weeks, believe it or not. Patience. You just need to wait. And you know, if you can't wait and if it makes you nervous, then cut your losses. Very simple, guys. It's about what you can handle. It's about your mindset. It's about your own psychology. And you know, I'm extremely patient when it comes to trades. Now, how do I know that this is not going to continue to go down? First of all, I've actually had to look at the higher time frames. So we went in on this, and I believe it was a 1 hour. It might have been M15 or 1 hour, but I've had to look at the H4 and I've had a look at the D1 charts. I've seen where the support and the resistance is on this trade overall, and I really do believe it's going to go up. I believe it's going to go up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it. I'm going to keep it running, and it's actually only about 30 pips into drawdown. Now, some of you may panic because of maybe what your lot size is, or you know, and it depends on your lot size. I mean, right now at the moment, my lot size is 0.28, and that is me according to what I'm using on the Excel document, which some of you may have seen, the ECC compounding charts, right? But everyone's lot size is going to be different. So at the same time, sorry, I'm just reading messages as well. So at the same time, you've got to look at actually how many pips in drawdown is it? It's only about 30 pips in drawdown right now. So guys, don't panic. We're not talking 100, 200 pips is going to blow your account. No, you should not be in a position right now that this trade is going to blow your account. Absolutely not. And if it is, then you've obviously done something that is not very well managed in terms of risk. So Riman, I'm just looking at your message. You are right, Rupa. Same I did today on US 30. It was minus 600 drawdown, but I bagged in 173 in profit. Amazing, Riman. Absolutely phenomenal. And you know, Riman is someone who actually gets onto these live calls. Guys, it's so important that you log into these live calls as well. And actually what we are doing as of next week, discussed it with my, you know, chairman 25 Abdullah. We are going to be doing 4 sessions as of next week, which is going to be London live sessions. So 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I've dedicated myself as well, and there's going to be a few other people. So we're going to be doing an 8 a.m. session Monday to Thursday. 2 days will be ECC on Vibrata, and 2 days is going to be harmonic scanner. So guys, you are in for absolutely phenomenal, incredible value. You know, on top of whatever you pay for the monthly subscription, you're going to get so much value because we want everyone to win. So guys, let me just go back to this trade and let's have a look to see if we can look at anything else. So there was another one as well about 8 minutes ago. So you have here time passed 8 minutes, or you can look at where it says UTC time, okay, which is your local time. So right now we can see this is going up into a buy. Let's have a look at a little bit more confirmation, just for everyone to feel a little bit more secure about this, you know, to feel like, okay, I'm happy with this. It's not going to make me nervous. I'm going to place my trades and I'm going to carry on with my business. And that's what it's all about, guys. I don't look at my phone over and over again once I place a trade, because I know I've followed the rules. Very simple. So we see it going into a sort of buy. It's just kind of just hit or just broke the called out price. That's on a 15-minute. Let's now have a look at the 5-minute. Yep, green. Let's have a look at the 1 minute. Yep, green. Guys, if you're ready, let's get in on this trade. Okay, and another thing that you can do is you can also look at where is the highest point that this trade actually went. Okay, if I zoom out, I would say here. So from where the price is currently to there, am I going to get 10 pips? Yes, sir, I am. There's 14 just there. So I know that, yep, there is my resistance, my line of resistance. It's got at least 10 pips in there. Let's go in. So guys, what is this? Euro AUD. If there's any news, that's something that you absolutely have to check before you take a trade, okay, in terms of news. And we're going to go buy market straight away. Okay, so Euro Oops, I did Euro USD there for a second. Euro AUD, and we're going to go buy by market, and then you're going to go in 10 pips. So let's have a look. Euro AUD, 3 pip spread, okay, and buy by market. Perfect. So now if we have a look to see from the called out price to where it is right now, how many pips? Okay, 1 pip. Guys, why don't we do a 9 pip take profit on this, okay? Because 1 pip is already gone in from the called out price. So my take profit is going to be, I entered at 1.63095. So my take profit is going to be 1.6318. Okay, that's 9 pips. So let's go to modify. 1.6318. That is a 9 pip take profit on that. And happy days. Okay, any questions? Let's have a look on the chat again. Okay, one of your guests can't log in. I'm not sure why. I can't tell you why. I mean, it should be fine. Maybe tell her to restart her laptop, or try from another device maybe. I mean, everyone else has got in on this call fine, so I'm not sure why she can't log in. I'm sorry, but Nandi, I can't really help you with that. Just ask her, yes, if she can please just try again. Okay, so anything else? Let's have a look to see what else is going on here. GBP CAD. Okay, let's check for the news as well, guys. First of all, who went in on this trade? I want, whether it was a demo account, a real account. Give me 777 if you've just entered this Euro AUD trade. Let's see. Okay, it's a number of people. And I always say that, you know what, if you've got a demo account and you're not comfortable, please carry on using a demo. It's really about you being comfortable with what you are doing. It's about, you feeling happy and you feeling confident. If you don't, then you're going to be trading scared, and it's never good to trade when you're scared, because you're attracting something that's not going to work in your favor. So you need to be absolutely confident, and you need to trust. You need to trust yourself in what you're doing, and trust that you're following the rules. Make sure you stay disciplined, and this is something that I'll repeat over and over again on my calls. So let's just have a look at this one again. So GBP Canadian dollar, 15-minute chart. Okay. Yep, we can see red is below the blue. We can see it's outside of the cloud. Let's have a look at where the called out price is. Go to horizontal line, and that was 71749. So 71749 is actually around about, exactly there. Okay, so let's see, once the price goes down past that line, the called out price, and we will have a look at the lower time frames. And if it's good to go, we will enter this one as well. So guys, this is really exciting because honestly, I mean, it's simple. For me, it's really super simple. Yes, I mean, I've never traded until I came across the EC11 strategy. I've never traded without a stop loss because, it's, oh God, it makes me nervous. It makes your blood pressure go up and down, and that's just not good for health. So those of you that have blown your account a number of times, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, I mean, harmonic scanner, anything else we've taken, we've always had stop losses. But this is Dr. Kathy Kirkland's strategy. This is something that I have learned from her on her live sessions, where she's come to London to do training for a couple of days. And, people are doing it. They're using it, and they are making phenomenal money. So again, you have to be able to control your own psychology. You have to be able to say, do you know what? I want to be able to open more trades. I don't want this to carry on going into the drawdown. Let me now wait for the pullback, or let me wait for it to go in the right direction, so then I can cut my loss at the most minimal price that I possibly can before it goes overnight onto the next day. Because every time a trade goes into the following day, you get charged a swap. Okay, if you have a normal account, you get charged a swap, which is basically what the brokers will charge you for having your trade running overnight. Now, it's really strange. I was on a USD Swiss trade, and it was open for about maybe 2.5 weeks. And the swap was actually a plus, it wasn't a minus. And I hadn't seen that before. So I was quite surprised to know that when I took it in, when I cut it into profit, when I cut my trade and it was in profit and it didn't hit the TP, but I said, you know what, it's been running for so long, blues are blue, I'm happy with that, let me just cut it off. It actually added whatever that charge was for the swap on top of my profit. So I was like super excited. I was like, wow, okay, they haven't minus that off. So you can have a look and you can see on your trades as well what the minus amount is or what the plus amount is. So if there's any other questions, guys, you know, feel free to shoot. Anything at all on this chat. How do we check lower time frames? Okay, so just here at the top, okay, you see we're on a 15-minute because that's what we've clicked into, and whatever you click into, it will automatically take you into that time frame. And then if you just sort of drop down this arrow here, you've got the 5 minutes and then you've got the 1 minute. So there are your two lower time frames. If you are looking at a H1, okay, if you're looking at a H1 chart, because they also have the alerts as well. Over here, AUD yen, AJ has H1. So then your lower time frames want to be, you know, 15 minutes or 30 minutes and 15 minutes, or 15 minutes and 5 minutes, just, you know, 2 time frames lower, it's good enough. And as long as it's still following and going into that direction and you've got the right color bars being formed, whichever way trade you're taking, then that's your confirmation. Good, it's good enough. And the other thing I just added, as I showed you, is just look at the lowest point. If you zoom out as much as you can, so let's say we're waiting for this to go red. Okay, we're waiting for that seller bar to come up. And I'm gonna say, all right, what is the lowest point on this? See over there, okay? And if we have a look, okay, I mean, if I zoom in, it's gonna go backwards again. But let me put the ruler where the yellow sort of called out price is and where the bottom of that is. Have we got 10 pips in there? Absolutely, minus 18. So we've got at least 10 pips in there. So again, that should give you extra confidence that, yeah, the price has gone there before, therefore it may very well go there again. Okay, let's have a look at a few more messages on here. Okay, so Sam, thank you so much for that. He just said sometimes the setting is different, not 6, 13, 26, 13. You need to check for confirmation. Yes, absolutely. So it depends on what settings you're using, and maybe you're looking at different timeframes for confirmation. This, according to Dr. Kathy Kirkland, is where she does her settings for the cloud. And then those time frames. So thank you so much for that. Again, guys, any questions or anything like that, please put it on the attendees as well, so they can also see your questions. Okay, Lily, how many trades would you open at any one time? Very good question, Lily. If you have anything less than $500, or sorry, £500 in your account, I would open up no more than 2 to 3 trades, or even 1 to 2. I mean, if you've got £200 or less, 1 trade at a time. 200 to 500, 2 to 3 at the maximum, at the most. Anything sort of above that, you know, I started with £1,000 in my account, and I only open up 4 trades at a time. I don't open up more than 4 trades at a time, you know, so I don't like things running for too long. So I'll wait, and then I can open up another one. So this is really part of risk management again. So yeah, great question. Let's have a look to see if there's anything else going on. I mean, guys, the market at this time, it's pretty slow. You know, we do the training at this time, so it allows people, the majority of people who are working, come home, had dinner, put the kids to bed. You know, it's your average 9 to 5 person who is really trying to find a way to make the extra money, to make a living for themselves, to be able to, you know, have a life of choice. And this is what it's done for so many people. So please bear in mind that right now is not exactly the best time to enter on these trades. We're just really doing it for the sake of people understanding the training and exactly how we and when we enter. But the best times is as following. Okay, UK time, you want to have a look at EC11 between 8 and 10 a.m. Okay, when the London market opens at 8 a.m. A lot of activity going on. And that's, you know, on any software, you know, be it Price Trap or Gold Cup or Harmonic Scanner or Vibrata. When the markets open is when you're going to get most activity in Forex. So that is, you know, the UK time 8 to 10. And then you've got the New York session, which starts at 1 p.m. So between sort of, you know, I would say 12:30 to 2-ish. Okay, that kind of lap over of the London and New York session. It's also a good time. So guys, when you're taking your break at work, don't just, you know, ha ha he he around the canteen or cafeteria or you know, just doing nothing during your lunchtime. Take out your laptops or your iPads, take it with work with you if you have a safe place to put it, and use that half an hour, use that 45 minutes to keep your laptop open, look at the trades. And I'm telling you, people that are sitting around you, people that are having lunch with you, or you know, staff that's coming in and out, they're going to be like, what is that noise? Ching, what just happened? And you can just be like, oh, I'm just about to make money. This is what I do in my spare time. Really quick, really easy. But yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, carry on doing this. And they are gonna get so curious. It's such an amazing way to also bring people into this business and kind of do it in an indirect way, but really utilize that time to make money during your lunch times as well. Absolutely, it's phenomenal. If you can make money during your lunch, it's, you know what, your belief and confidence goes to another level. So okay, so if you're not in a trade yet, when would you say the setup isn't valid anymore? You can actually wait for, I mean, we're looking at the 15-minute candle right now. It may be that you wait another 15 minutes. It may be you wait another half an hour. But I wouldn't really wait any more than that, because there are always new trades coming out, especially if you're looking at it at those times that I just said. But yeah, anything between 15 minutes and half an hour, you know, keep an eye on the trade, see what the next candle is, and you can go in. But even within that time frame, you know, you will see the price moving up and down, like such as now, you know, from when we've got that alert 23 minutes ago, we've had one candle open since then, and we can see that's going into a sell. But let's see how far down it goes, because we want it to get past our called out price. Now guys, don't make the mistake of saying, oh, okay, great, I can see it's going into a sell now, it's a red, let me now enter 10 pips, take profit. No, because it's not gone past our called out price. And this is where we get the alert, this is where we get the hint, the trade idea, that this is where we are calling the price. This is when it's a time for you to keep a lookout, keep an eye out to make sure it's matching the rules. And once the price is there, go in on the sell. So don't just do it because you see the right color candle. You also need to know when to go in to this particular trade. So as we are seeing that kind of floating around, you know, and there are a few older trades here, and there has been times when I've gone into, for example, H1, and that was sent an hour 24 minutes ago. So, you know, I'll be like, oh, let's see what's going on with that H1. Okay, even though it's the same thing, we'll still be taking 10 pips. It's in the cloud. Am I going to even consider it? No. Am I even going to put where the called out price is? No, there's no point, because the price is in the cloud. So that means it's consolidating. It means it may be on a pullback. If the price is in the cloud, you just don't need to even consider it. So really, from what you are seeing with your naked eye, it's quite simple in terms of knowing when to go in on the trade. I'm just going to have a look at another H1 chart, GBP USD. And that was a sell, I believe. Where's it gone? Okay, 29270. Just have a look at this. 29270. Okay, just to give you a little tip as well, if you place this anywhere, okay, and you go to settings, you can actually type here as well, whatever you need to particularly look at. So what was it? 292, oh, I lost it. Is it 29270? Where did it go? Yeah, okay, 29270. So 29270. I'm just going to type that in there, and it will automatically place the bar, the trend line, at the right price. So this was telling us to go in on a sell, okay, and that was an hour and a bit ago. So that was really just one candle ago, okay, because this is now on a 1 hour time frame, which means each candle is opening up every hour. So, you know, it closed over there at the top, and then it carried on. So it's still possible to go in on this on 10 pips once it's past that price, if it goes in on a sell, because it's matching all the other rules. The red is below the blue. So you can still go in on trades like this. Okay, so let's have a look. A few more questions here. Okay, you're very welcome. Hey, did you take AUD USD trade? When was that, Henna? I'm not sure. Were you talking about yesterday's one? Yesterday we took the AUD USD. Okay, where and how did you draw the line for the entry price? Okay, Deborah, I think that is Deborah's. Okay, so the way I did it, just very quickly again, see here, there's all these funky little symbols and signs and stuff. So you just click on the second one here, okay, the line, and it says trend line tools, and you go to horizontal line, and you can just put it wherever the price is supposed to be. Another thing you can do is you can go to the vertical line over here, okay, and let's say I'll do that yellow as well. You can change the colors and the thickness and everything, and I can put it exactly where the price was called. So that was at 7 p.m. So I can look at the bottom, okay, in gray you can see it here. 7 p.m. was there. So I know there's only been one bar formed since the called out price, and that's going up. Okay, so there is still a chance that we can go in on this on a sell. So you can sort of look at older trades as well. If they're on a higher time frame, is better. You don't want to look at something which is an M5 or M15 from like 2-3 hours ago. There's no point of that really, because you're taking a small amount of pips, and you know you've gone past quite a number of candles already. So yes, I am recording this. I certainly am. I'm getting into the habit of recording things. I used to forget. So, okay, there's no activity going on at the moment. Okay, we have entered one trade. Let's just see where that trade is out of curiosity. Euro AUD. Oh, amazing. It's in profit. I'm sure everyone is super excited. But do you know what? Even when it's not in a profit, be excited still, because you've entered a trade. You've learned how to do something that your neighbor does not know how to do, or your best friend does not know how to do, or your siblings don't know how to do. So what you are learning, guys, is such a unique skill that first of all, you should be so proud of yourselves for indulging yourself into this kind of information, education, what the rich have been doing for years, what the banks have been doing for decades. And the fact that you have this skill of learning something like this and you're going in is absolutely phenomenal. So be definitely super proud of the fact that you can actually look at charts, you can look at indicators, and you can trade. So I'm just going to have a look to see, there's a few more questions here. Okay, please can I enter it now? Let's have a look, Margaret. Where was that price? 63081. And I'm just going to use my ruler this time to show me how many pips have already gone. 3081. So if I'm just going to place that here, okay, we have passed almost 3 pips. It's up to you. We're almost 3 pips up already. You can enter it, but make sure your TP is only 7 pips in that case. And that's fine. You can do that. Also, another thing you've got to consider is when you're cutting away pips because of at the time you've entered, or if the price is already moving and you're entering a little bit later, you have to also consider what the spread is from the broker, because in the evening, and this is why I don't really trade after 10 o'clock, the spread is relatively higher after 10 p.m. So I don't like to really take trades. So the best time really is, guys, in the morning and the lunchtime session. And it's actually ideal. It's really, really ideal for us because most people don't start work until maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock. So you really have opportunity to trade and make money every day before you even start work. And look at that. Imagine making money before you even start work. And you do this on a daily basis. By the end of the week, you're going to be like, my God, I've almost made exactly what I make when I'm working. So it's phenomenal. Okay, how do you check what the spread is? You need to check your broker account. No, Alex, you don't check your broker account. If you go to your quotes, okay, on your MetaTrader 4, and there's simple and there's advanced. There's 2 options at the top. The simple one will just give you the currency pairs. The advanced one will give you at the bottom spread. And you can have a look at the spread. And this is basically the number of pips. Okay, spread is like their commission. So this is what they would take. So when it goes up sort of 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it's significantly higher. So when you want to trade 10 pips take profit, you've got to ask yourself if it's really worth trading at that time. And don't forget, if it does stay overnight, you may also be charged a swap as well. So yeah, mornings is the perfect time to trade. Yes, Alex, is between 1 and 10 for different currencies. Yeah, I mean, different currencies will have different spreads, absolutely. And it depends on what's going on. If the brokers think that more people are going to go into this particular trade because there's more movement or there's more volatility or whatever, then their spreads are going to be higher because they know that people are going to go in on these trades at this particular time. So, they're going to enjoy that commission. But I know the broker that most of us is using, which is IC Markets, the spreads are relatively good. They're good. I mean, I've seen other brokers and they charge a lot. So cool. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. Sorry, just another question that I've just seen. The RSI, yes, it's there, but it doesn't really get used for this strategy, to be completely honest with you. Dr. Kathy Kirkland doesn't use the RSI for anything herself. So it's there because it's good to look at. But I mean, I've taken trades when the RSI has been, I've taken buy trades when it's been quite far at the top, where the 70 line is. So it doesn't really make a difference on where that is for me. And if there's any more questions, oh wow, this is a long question. Sorry, guys, just please put it on the attendees as well, just in case someone else could maybe answer it better than me. And I'm not a professional. I'm not someone who's been trading for years and years and years. I mean, I've only done this strategy for the last 3 months or so, since sort of November, and on and off even then. So I'm just having a look. Thank you so much, Jorindi. So if you have some swing trades on USD, but I set up a wrong trade, a buy instead of a sell, I am now losing a lot. How can I reverse that? Best set against trade. Okay, so this is a bit of a separate question, but what did you use to take this trade? Okay, Josephina, if you ask in your group, Josephina, if there's any recorded any recorded trainings on my ECC11, I'm sure someone can post it. Okay, you use a signal of someone else. Do you know what? It's so tempting. It's so tempting in what we do to take signals from other people. And I'm not talking about the people who are your seniors in the business who have been trading for a good couple of years, who have gone through the IM Academy, who have actually manage their risk on their trades very, very well. So you've got the likes of, you know, Samad and Henna and Nina, and some phenomenal traders we have in our team, and that is, we're so lucky to have that. But you've got to be very careful as to whose signals or trades you are taking. And I've never been the person to take signals and stuff, to be honest. I feel more assured. I feel more reassured taking my own trades. So with regards to that, Jorindi, all I could say is you got to look at the higher time frame. Okay, so whatever trade you're in, whatever time frame you took it at, look at the 4-hour chart and the weekly, the daily chart. Have a look overall which way the trend is going, because you may be on a pullback on that particular trade. It may be on a pullback, in which case it will kind of, you know, go in your favor, because it just means the market is breathing, nothing to panic about. If it is completely going in the wrong direction, then I would really say you got to make that decision to cut your losses at a certain point. Okay, you got to cut your loss at a certain point. Also look out for the news. See if there's any major news or anything that's going to come into play as well with that currency that you've taken. So thank you so much, Josephina. No worries. If you just ask in your group, someone should be able to send a recording. I'm going to send this one out as a new one, but there is ones that I've done which have taken you through the setup, you know, a little bit more of the basics. But because I've been doing this for a few weeks now, I just kind of wanted to get straight into the trading. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much, Henna, for answering that as well. So amazing. Thank you all for coming again on this call. Tomorrow we've got an amazing Friday fire up call, one that we've not done for a while, and you're going to get news about the convention. You're going to get news about a few of us that have just come back from seeing Bob Proctor in LA. So please get on that call at 8 p.m. tomorrow. You're going to hear from some phenomenal people. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a fantastic trading day tomorrow. Don't trade too much. Remember, it's Friday. Okay, so it's my day off. I don't trade on a Friday. And just keep on learning, keep on earning, and continue to be patient. Love you all, and we'll speak to you soon.